Isis, Shalom. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I come across this guy, I think his name is Bishop. He's deep. Although I feel like he's kind of a Alex Jones kind of character, because he knows a lot of information. He knows some deep stuff, and he's a Christian. I'm not gonna say I don't trust him. I mean, I listen to him sometimes, and he's really intricate. I respect his work, actually. Many times watching something that he's talked about, I've looked it up myself, and it blows my mind that it's like right there in front of you when you look it up. It's like, wow, how could that be? It's just, perception clearly has been taught to us, and we perceive the world in a certain way because of it, because of the way we've been taught. And it's hard to break out of that. It's really hard to break out of that. I remember when I was in a box. It wasn't until I went to India that I opened up because of my experiences, because of what I saw. I had to. You had no choice. To go back would be a sin. And I'm glad for the experience. I wasn't looking for that experience. I just thought I was escaping New York. But that's what happened. And now when you just know, you kind of know who's full of shit and who isn't sometimes, coming from the way they talk and how they talk about things. And this guy, he's thorough. He's very thorough and very, you might even find him arrogant, but it's not arrogance I see, it's just knowledge. This dude knows. He explained about Joe Biden coming from a crime family that was amazing. It's deep stuff. I mean, again, call it conspiracy. I mean, I'm starting to think people are getting tired of using that word by now. Conspiracy is happening right now. Everything that everyone talked about in the past is come true. We are living in a one world government that is going to tell you what to do, especially if Mr. Robin becomes the real president, if he stays the president. Robin. Look it up. Joe Biden's middle name is Robin. Robinette. It's deep. Anyway, this guy has a powerful message, because long before I found any of him, any of this stuff, I must have figured this out when I was in India, about the word democracy. And it's really important to understand that word. It's not just coincidence. Understand the words that we're using are spells, and they're curses behind them. And we're just not we're not taking it seriously, because what we're speaking is interesting. We're speaking practically backwards. And I don't know why that is, how that came to be, and who designed it like that, but it's clever. It's very clever. It's very intricate. Anyway, this guy, every time I watch him, I learn, and he teaches, and it's amazing. And I gotta, before they shut YouTube down and they shut everything down, I think you should get a good dose of this guy. You'll find yourself entrapped in his knowledge and what he's actually divulging. But at the same time, I implore you to look up the information yourself too, and try not to regurgitate this. I mean, it's really all about your own experiences. It's not really about what you read or even what somebody says to some degree. It's really about your own experiences. Anyway, every time I watch this guy, I learn. I don't know why I never thought of this, because I always play with words. And concerning the word Lucifer, I'm not going to say it. I'll let him say it, and in the end, I'll say something about it. But this really blew my mind, because it's right there in front of you, and I never thought of it. But just to think that it even had a meaning is even more interesting. And to me, it's kind of a shock right now, because again, we've been taught a certain way, and I'm seeing more and more that it's a lie. When this all started with me, it started right here in Harlem with me, and it was a spirit It was a voice that came to me and said, everything I know is right is wrong. Wipe the slate clean and start over. That's what it said to me. It said, speak to women, men would not listen. Do not accept money. I remember when this came to me, I remember thinking like, what is this voice? What the, just, I didn't know what it was. This is before I went to India, and I just knew it happened because I was wide awake. But I just hear this voice in my head that was not my voice. That's the only way I could explain it. And to this day, point is that everything I'm learning that it was wrong. It was wrong. The way we count, the way they tell us about how things grow, everything is wrong. The way your body works, nutrition-wise, it's all wrong. And it's wrong on for purpose. And it must be that we're cattle. You must look at it that way. It must be that we're cattle. We have numbers. They identify us with. That's how they find us. So you think deep about that, what I'm saying. We've already accepted the beast. Long ago, we've accepted the beast. We've been in the beast system for a while. And now it's going to get even more, tighter. Especially if Mr. Biden gets there. He's gonna mandate, just in case y'all don't realize that. He's gonna mandate. I think Trump, even though he's still evil, he still knows this is bullshit. Excuse my language, but he still knows it's bull. And if you don't realize that by now, look at the word, look at the letters CBS, the company, the news, CBS, C bullshit, CBS, NBC, nothing but shit, NBC, ABC, all bull crap. Literally all bull crap. It's bull. And they're playing us. They're playing us. I purposely today, I had to say something. The train has a new announcement about mandating masks, and it was a thought. It just burst out of my mouth, and I just started saying it's a hoax. Shut up, it's a hoax. I'm not gonna go any further. Never mind. Let me stop. Yeah, I've become a nut, and that's cool. That's cool. But I know now that this is my purpose. Specifically, this is my purpose right here. Because apparently I don't know what's wrong with the hell with everyone else. People I thought were rebels or pacifists. People I thought that would definitely have fought this are looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, people think because the news has told them that they know that there's this Daffy Duck syndrome floating through the air that lasts 12 hours. These people swear to know that that's a fact, and look at you when you're not wearing a mask, like you are worse than Satan himself. But anyway, or whatever they think. It's just, this is an opportunity for racism to show itself now, under the guise of, oh, you're gonna make me sick. That's what's happening, and even it's amazing. Black people are doing it to black and white. They're all doing it. Don't matter. It's gonna get worse. The noose. I'm telling you, it's gonna get worse. You'll see. Many of you are gonna have outbursts. You're gonna see. How much you gonna take this? I haven't put on a mask yet, and I'm not gonna. But I admit that when I'm on the train, I wear a scarf around my neck to give the idea that I put it on, but I don't. I only put it on when I gotta go into a store to buy what I need. And you know that you don't want to argue with, man. Just put on the bomba clat mask and just buy your thing and come out. But on the train and outside, it's pure stupidity. When you have on that Daffy Duck nonsense, it's pure stupidity. Again, if it floats through the air like that, it will, your eyes alone, it's done. We'd all be SICK all the time, if it worked that way. But again, kill Dr. Sebi, his voice is done. You don't have any leaders. Where's Reverend Al Sharpton? Where's Jesse Jackson? Where's he? Where are these guys? They're not saying a word about nothing. You notice? Not saying nothing about, even though I don't believe the Constitution works the way we think it works for us. But there's nobody yelling anything, saying anything. Nothing being said. Nobody. we got to rely on what the news would call amateurs, but these aren't amateurs. These are these people have sought out their material well. And look, you hear that in the background? Bomba, hear this. This is by Marcia Griffiths. Check out this song here. Bomba, I swear I didn't. The song is called Fire Burning. Fire. Of the have-nots. See that? Facts. That's the slave. Sign is on your door, you'll be safe. But if you're in pretense, you're on the wrong side of the fence. You hear that? The signs on your door, that's the acceptance of the VAC. Okay? Those who are against it were on the wrong side of the fence. There's another song by Marcia Griffiths and Cuddy Ranks. The same song, but Cuddy Ranks is rhyming in the middle. It's a deep song. But look, that song's playing random behind me. And I didn't... Anyway. Hear what she says. So you repeat the same rhyme. The sign is on your door. Then you'll be safe for sure. Yeah, that's facts. See, that song's almost prophetic. And that song's like from the early or mid 90s. Fire Burning. Yeah, it's gonna burn. That song fits in a different way, but it was for a different purpose then. Anyway, so this guy, this is amazing. If you listen to what he's gonna tell you, this should amaze you, especially with the word Lucifer. Because again, I never would have thought of this, but now because of him, I'm gonna look at certain words a little different. Because again, I discovered that the democracy word is just missing the N. I didn't, nobody told me that. I don't know, I figured that out when I was in India. And I just went further and further with it. And then, I mean, just to realize that all you got to do is put an N in the middle of democracy is DemoNAcracy. But you put an N in Democrat, it's demonic rats. Demonic, it's incredible. But what this guy points out, this isn't my, you could call my own discoveries amateur and childish or whatever, and I made more out of it than I did. But look now how the word democracy, DemoNAcracy, and I don't even know if he points out the word DemoNAcracy in all this at the end. I just started this. It's only like 7, 8, or 12 minutes into this video that I was watching this, and I caught this, and I was like, yo, I gotta show this. This is one of those you gotta remember this. Anyway, I just got lost. The point is, yo, check out what he does with the word Lucifer and how he explains it. I'm gonna turn down the music and check this out. Fire burning. Hold on a second. Oh, and here's check out this, it's worth it. This was just 2 hours ago. The coming fall of the liberal apocalypse. Yeah, this is a show, it's aired in England. It's the woman in the background. But this dude himself, I think his name is Bishop. I'm not sure, but you can find his stuff right here. I'm not taking any credit for this. I'm just passing along the message. See that? Global spiritual. If you want to watch him. He's deep. He's worth your time. Especially in these times, it's worth the time if you got time. Take the time. This is one of the things I can only pass on. So listen to what he has to say. Let me turn this down. Check out this.
Concerning the coming fall of the liberal apocalypse, because it's coming.
Facts.
When you spell the word Lucifer, it has 7 distinct letters. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, Jesus Christ, the eternal master in the Gospels, wrote in Matthew, the 12th chapter, when the unclean spirit, that's what liberalism is, comes out of a man, he takes with him 7 other spirits more worse than himself. So the Democratic Party is a demonic psyop whose origins actually did not begin in 1828 through Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, including the supporters of one Andrew Jackson. The Democratic Party, in its origin, like to call it its origination, began 6,000 years ago because of the fall of Lucifer in Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. Now, when you take the word Lucifer, and since, to my understanding, my friend, Hebrew is written from right to left.
Never would have thought.
So the term Lucifer, that we call Lucifer,
check this out,
written from right to left, becomes a Latin Vulgate expression, recycle, which means, excuse my expression, the recycling of fecal matter. That is the essence of the Democratic Party.
That's where I stopped it, right there. So I was only 10 minutes into it. I plan to watch the whole thing, because like I said, I always learn from this man. He's worth it. Just like Yaz Magnified, the exact same thing in that sense. You always learn. You're always learning, and that's the way it should be. You're always learning from someone who has real knowledge. And that's what this is. It's deep. It's deep. To think, and check out how much views, 6.6, and this is 2 hours ago. Ooh. Right on his forehead almost. That's what's crazy. 2, 6, 6, and then 2. That's weird. And then the point's right in the middle of his. Anyway, yeah, Lucifer backwards. Yeah, I mean, okay, you could say that it's not Hebrew backwards, but by chance, it's Greek. Did he say it's what? Or Latin, and it means to recycle shit? Wow, I mean, that is a terrible name. Terrible, like, who realized? But you see, that's what it was, because I think it was always that name. We're just speaking backwards. Satan is Nodus. That's why the Academy Award, oh man, television, oh my God. It's terrible. It's actually terrible. I keep thinking I gotta erase all my music one day. All that music, man. I love music, but wow, a lot of it is actually satanic. And I keep saying to myself, maybe that's I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to do like Siddhartha does, Buddha does. He just has to leave. You gotta leave it all again. Leave it all behind. I mean, again, take this guy seriously. He's not an amateur by far. But there you go with the connection with DemoNAcracy. Okay, Lucifer, backwards. That shocked me. I actually went back and watched this skit that I just taped for you 3 times because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it. Like, wow, I would never have thought of that. But you would think somehow or some way it would have gotten out, but they don't tap into certain things, and this is what this guy does. So for the time being, he's here and he's spreading the knowledge. I'd say I implore to listen. It won't be worth your time. You might come out of it a little more smarter. Or a little more aware of certain things. Like now, I'm gonna really look at other words a little closer. And also Dick Gregory talked about, and I don't trust Dick Gregory 100% either. He was part of the Boule Society. So, and I don't trust that nonsense. Alpha, Sigma, Phi, Pi, 9, whatever nonsense. You know what they do in their when they're in college. They join their black Latin. Oh, it's ridiculous. That's their real pledge, and that's the danger in it. That's their true oath. Their first real pledge. All pledges after that are nil. They don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. They don't care about no pledge after that, other than the pledge that they take when they're in their brotherhood, and that's important to understand. I'm gonna shed some light on that. I'm gonna shed some light on that. I promise you that. I'm not talking from stuff that I learned from other people, or yeah, it's deep. Anyway, yeah, this guy touches on it, and I just had to share that because that's what you're dealing with right now. It doesn't matter who you get, that guy or this guy. To be or not to be is the truth, man. I'm telling you. You can't be neither one. Oh, what I was saying about Dick Gregory, he was talking about that before he died, before Trump was president, that, you know, he was basically saying you're gonna get shit out of any one of them. And I think that's funny now to think of, like, you know, these guys, you got to think, man. I mean, it's been proven that even, you know, Jesse Jackson, nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there, but you know, that whole speech, Martin Luther King, my eyes have seen the light. What? He knew he was dying that day. And you should look at that a little closer. He knew it. It's in his eyes, it's in his speech, it's in the way he walks off the stage. He knew it. But at the same time, he was part of the boule. And when you don't play along, they pop you. I'm sorry, it seems to be that way. It seems to be that way, but I don't know. I'm not a part of it. It seems to be that way. And I'm not going on I'm going on a lot of facts, symbols, colors, numbers. It's incredible. You just got to look at it in the right way, and you'll see it. You'll see it for yourself. You'll see the coding. It's not conspiracy. It's not mumbo. It's real, and it's right there. But it's okay. Many of you could stay on the surface and call yourselves intellectual, but you're not. You're far from it. And this is not a spiritual thing. This is just an awareness thing. You know, don't step on the nail. It hurts. Why would you do it? But many are doing just that. They're going to step on the nail. And there's plenty of people trying to tell you, no, don't step. There's a nail there. Don't step on it. It's going to hurt. So go ahead. Believe in Santa Claus. Our good Lord has given us choice. We can do whatever we want to do. But you're going to keep doing it till you get it right. Anyway, just a message I had to pass along. Just me babbling. See that word, babble? Yeah. All B's, Baal, Beelzebub, facts. We're practicing more than we're realizing it. And that's okay. Some of us are saying this, don't take it that seriously, but no, it's not that easy. When you know it, you keep going further with it. You can't stop. And it's worth dying for now. The flesh will rot away. It must. It has to, one way or another. But realize you get trapped in that flesh again until you get it right. You keep coming back. You keep coming back. Groundhog's Day, that movie, you should take that more seriously. They're telling us a message. But again, I can't make you see that. I'm not going to go through all that. There's all kinds of people on here that'll do that for you. Anyway, good luck, and I don't know. I better hope neither one is president, and somehow we get some awakening, some mass awakening of people realizing that we don't need these puppets, these things. I think Roberta Flack has a song where she says, "My people, let Pharaoh go." It's not Pharaoh, let my people go. It's my people, let Pharaoh go. That's what Roberta Flack says in one of her songs. Go check it out. I think it's Moses, Go Up Moses. It's a deep song. Deep song. Anyway, give thanks, and yeah, wish everyone the best.